Welcome to Doc She Rock. So today we're doing our first review, Tyler Perry's The 6888. Netflix dropped this over the holiday season and it was all over my feed. Since it stars one of my favorite actresses in Kerry Washington, I said this is the perfect kickoff to our channel. Today, we're going to get into the history, the story, and most importantly, why this story was so unknown. This story is extraordinary. No one can deny that. And that's if you're a Tyler Perry fan or not. So let's get into it. The 6888 Central Postal Directory Battalion was a group of about 824 African American female soldiers. They also had about 31 officers. So this group, they were amazing. They were the only all-female, all-black battalion to actually serve overseas in Europe during World War II. Now, this story, it tells about how they tackled an impossible task of sorting through about 17 million pieces of mail. After the Battle of the Bulge, which was December 1944 to January 1945, the fighting was so severe that the Army just didn't have the personnel and resources to deal with the backlog of mail. The problem with this is that also means that soldiers could not tell their loved ones that they were okay. Loved ones could not get messages to the soldier to inspire them and motivate them to keep on fighting for the country. Now, look, I'm the paranoid mother when I just don't hear from my son after school to know that he's okay. So, can you imagine going days, months, years without hearing from your son, your husband, to let them know how they're doing? That will drive me insane. The 6888 was led by Lieutenant Colonel Charity Adams. She was the highest ranking African American female in the Army at this time. She established a very important motto: no male equals low morale. It's 1945 here in America, so segregation was in full effect. The Army was one of the only places that women could go and have a meaningful career if they didn't want to do domestic work. We're talking about 150,000 women in the Women's Army Corps during World War II, but only 4% of those were Black. Now, let's be clear. These women, I'm talking about, these Black women were the top of the top. They possessed all types of skills in various trades. They held degrees in physics, engineering, mathematics. So these women, hey, they were no joke. Now, you might see other movie reviews of this particular film, and they will go, why is this important? These women were only handling the mail. Don't get it twisted. This is a story of pure perseverance, ingenuity, and just plain grit. These women were up against all types of obstacles: sexism, racism, and no help and resources. One of my favorite parts of the movie is to see how they were their own transportation authority. They were their own electricians. They were their own mechanics and even built a hair salon. Let's talk about the real issue here. They came up with a system that was detailed and intricate to get up all this mail to over 7 million US government personnel, soldiers, and Red Cross workers that were spread across Europe. And the mail was labeled to Bubba, Junebug, Little Man, and there was 599 million Robert Smiths. This was not an easy task. But this group, they came up with it, did it flawlessly in 3 months' time. That's half the time they were given. They left Birmingham, England, and did the same thing in 3 months again in Rouen, France. Now let's talk about the technical aspects. I thought Kerry Washington and Dean Norris did an excellent job. I also love the role of the supporting cast like Ebony Obsidian and Milana Jackson. And we can always talk about that little star power thrown in there with Oprah Winfrey and Susan Sarandon. They made amazing cameos. And now I move to Tyler Perry. Look at here. You can have your opinions about Tyler Perry, but what I will say is you have to respect that catalog. What I love about Tyler Perry is his unwavering commitment to his audience. Other directors, Martin Scorsese, they know what their audience is looking for. Tyler Perry is no different. He keeps top name Black actresses and Black actors working and paid. The Whoopi Goldberg, I saw it on The View, said that even with all her years of experience, that she's worked with several different directors, Tyler Perry is the first one to actually see her. Come on now. That's saying a lot. Now, I've watched a lot of interviews with Tyler Perry over the years, and what's consistent is that he is a very caring, effective, and efficient director. Those that know me personally know I've spent a lot of time on TV sets as a producer, line producer, production manager myself. And so, what I can appreciate is a director that cares about his crew and also keeps things moving on budget and schedule. So, I'm just saying, you won't find any Tyler Perry hating up in here. If you like Medea or not, hey, that's still up for grabs. Now back to the 6888. This is a movie based on a true story that I'm rocking with. I love learning something new about this complicated but great history of the country that we live in. The only sad part is when these women came back, they did not tell anyone, their family, their friends, of their accomplishments. There was a widespread rumor that the only reason these women were even over in Europe was to be concubines for the male soldiers. They were embarrassed and they were devalued. And that's the real reason why this is such an unknown story. The 6888 was awarded the Congressional Gold Medal, only four were still living. And Miss Lena Darracott, she was the only one to see the film before she died. I applaud the producers and Tyler Perry for finding the story and highlighting it on the big screen. To these women and all the brave military servicemen and women out there, we honor you and thank you for your service. Now, I'm here to let you know all the documentaries and movies based on a true story that we're rocking with. But what are you pressing play on these days? Comment down below. Let us know. Did you like the 6888? What should we review next? And we'll see you next time here on Doc She Rock.